High in the Himalayas, nestled among towering peaks and vast plateaus, lies the mystical land of Tibet. This region, often called the roof of the world, is known for its breathtaking beauty and its deeply spiritual culture. Tibet is a land where snow-capped mountains pierce the clouds and crystal-clear lakes reflect the azure sky. The air is thin, carrying the scent of juniper and the sound of prayer flags flapping in the wind. For centuries, Tibet has been a place of pilgrimage and refuge, a place where spirituality permeates every aspect of life. It is here, amidst the rugged terrain and the profound silence, that Tibetan Buddhism was born and flourished. Tibet's history is as dramatic as its landscape. It's a story of empires and invasions, of spiritual leaders and political struggles. Despite the turmoil, Tibetan culture has endured, its heart residing in the monasteries that dot the landscape. These monasteries, some perched precariously on cliffs, others nestled in valleys, are more than just religious centers. They are repositories of ancient wisdom, centers of learning, and homes to generations of monks who have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of enlightenment. The Tibetan people are deeply connected to their environment. They revere the mountains as gods and the rivers as lifelines. Their lives are intertwined with the rhythms of nature, their festivals marked by the changing seasons. Their art, music, and literature are all infused with the spirit of their homeland. To understand Tibetan monks, one must first understand the land that shaped them, a land that whispers ancient secrets on the wind and echoes with the chants of mantras. Within the walls of Tibet's monasteries, a unique and deeply spiritual way of life unfolds, one that is both ancient and timeless. Tibetan monks, choosing a path of renunciation, leave behind the world of material possessions and familial ties, embracing a life of simplicity and devotion. They devote their lives to spiritual practice, seeking enlightenment not just for themselves but for all beings, embodying compassion and wisdom in their daily actions. This path is not one of isolation but of deep connection to their fellow monks, to their teachers, and to the lineage of wisdom passed down through generations, creating a strong sense of community and shared purpose. The decision to become a monk is not taken lightly. It involves a profound commitment to a life of discipline and spiritual growth. For some, it is a calling felt from a young age, a deep inner knowing that guides them toward the monastic path. For others, it is a path chosen later in life, a response to hardship or a yearning for deeper meaning, a search for peace and understanding. Families often encourage at least one son to enter monastic life, seeing it as a blessing for their lineage, a way to ensure spiritual merit and protection. The process of becoming a monk is rigorous, involving years of study, meditation, and physical labor, all designed to cultivate discipline and inner strength. Life within the monastery is governed by strict rules and routines, providing a structured environment that supports spiritual practice. The day begins before dawn with prayers and meditation, setting a peaceful and focused tone for the day ahead. Monks engage in philosophical debates, study ancient scriptures, and perform daily chores together, fostering a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. Their simple life is stripped of luxury, allowing them to focus on what truly matters, their spiritual journey. Their robes, often a deep maroon, symbolize their renunciation of worldly possessions and their commitment to the monastic path. Their shaved heads represent the shedding of ego and attachment, a physical manifestation of their inner transformation. Despite the austerity, there is joy in the monks' lives. They find happiness in the simplicity and purity of their existence. They find fulfillment in their spiritual practice, in the pursuit of knowledge, and in the bonds of brotherhood that are formed through shared experiences and mutual respect. Their laughter echoes through the monastery courtyards, a testament to the lightness of being that comes from detachment and devotion, a reminder that joy can be found in the simplest of moments. They are living embodiments of their faith, walking reminders of the possibility of transcendence in a world often consumed by the material, showing that a life of spiritual richness is within reach for those who seek it. The life of a Tibetan monk is a tapestry woven with intricate rituals and practices, each thread representing a commitment to spiritual growth and discipline. Each day begins before the sun rises, the monks rising to the sound of a gong echoing through the monastery, signaling the start of their daily journey towards enlightenment. They gather in the dimly lit prayer hall, their voices joining in low, rhythmic chants that resonate through the sacred space, creating a symphony of devotion. The air is thick with the scent of incense, creating an atmosphere of reverence and peace, a sensory reminder of the sacredness of their practice. This early morning practice sets the tone for the day, a day dedicated to the pursuit of enlightenment and the cultivation of inner peace. Following morning prayers, monks engage in hours of meditation, a practice that is central to their spiritual discipline. Sitting cross-legged on cushions, they strive to quiet their minds, to find stillness amidst the constant chatter of thoughts, a challenging yet rewarding endeavor. Meditation is not simply about relaxation. It is a disciplined practice aimed at cultivating awareness, compassion, and wisdom, essential qualities on the path to enlightenment. Through meditation, monks work towards freeing themselves from suffering and delusion, ultimately achieving a state of liberation and profound inner peace. Study is another cornerstone of monastic life, a vital component of their spiritual journey. Tibetan Buddhism is a rich and complex tradition with a vast canon of scriptures and commentaries that monks dedicate their lives to understanding. Monks spend years poring over these texts, engaging in lively debates with their teachers and peers, sharpening their understanding and deepening their insight. They delve into the intricacies of Buddhist philosophy, exploring topics like karma, rebirth, and the nature of reality, seeking to unravel the mysteries of existence. This pursuit of knowledge is not merely intellectual, it is seen as a path to liberation, a way to uproot ignorance and cultivate wisdom, guiding them closer to enlightenment. Throughout the day, monks engage in physical tasks that maintain the monastery and support their simple lifestyle. They cook and clean, tend to the gardens, and perform repairs, all with a mindful presence. These tasks are not seen as mundane chores, but as opportunities to practice mindfulness and cultivate humility, essential virtues in their spiritual practice. Even in the most ordinary actions, monks strive to be present and aware, bringing a sense of sacredness to every aspect of their lives, transforming the mundane into the divine. Dotting the landscape of Tibet like jewels scattered across a vast tapestry are the monasteries of Tibetan Buddhism. These monasteries, with their striking presence, are not just architectural marvels, but also spiritual havens that have stood the test of time. These sacred structures, some perched precariously on mountaintops, others nestled in fertile valleys, are far more than just places of worship. They are sanctuaries of peace and introspection, where the natural beauty of the surroundings enhances the spiritual experience. They are sanctuaries of learning, repositories of ancient wisdom, and vibrant communities where generations of monks have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of enlightenment. The daily life of these monks, filled with prayer, study, and meditation, reflects a deep commitment to their spiritual path. Each monastery, with its unique history and architectural style, offers a glimpse into the soul of Tibetan Buddhism. The intricate designs and vibrant colors of the monasteries are a testament to the artistic and spiritual heritage of the Tibetan people. Perhaps the most iconic of all Tibetan monasteries is the Potala Palace in Lhasa. This grand edifice is not only a symbol of Tibetan Buddhism, but also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting visitors from all over the world. This majestic structure, rising 13 stories high on a hill overlooking the city, once served as the winter residence of the Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism. Its strategic location and imposing presence make it a focal point of spiritual and cultural significance. With its whitewashed walls, golden roofs, and labyrinthine interiors adorned with intricate murals and countless statues of Buddha, the Potala Palace stands as a testament to the power and grandeur of Tibetan Buddhism. Each mural and statue tells a story, weaving a rich tapestry of history and spirituality. In the heart of Lhasa, nestled amidst a maze of bustling streets and vibrant markets, lies the Jokhang Temple. This temple is not just a place of worship, but a living, breathing part of the community where the spiritual and everyday life of the people intertwine. This ancient temple, dating back to the 7th century, is considered the holiest shrine in Tibetan Buddhism. Its ancient walls have witnessed centuries of devotion and prayer, making it a sacred space filled with spiritual energy. Pilgrims from across Tibet, some prostrating their way for miles, come to the Gyokhang temple to circumambulate its sacred halls, spin prayer wheels and offer butter lamps, their faces etched with devotion and hope. The sight of these pilgrims with their unwavering faith is a powerful reminder of the enduring spirit of Tibetan Buddhism. Further west, in the city of Shigatse, stands the Tashilhunpo Monastery. This monastery is not only a center of spiritual learning, but also a symbol of the rich cultural heritage of Tibet. Founded in the 15th century, Tashilhunpo is one of the largest and most influential monasteries in Tibet. Its vast library, filled with ancient texts, is a treasure trove of knowledge, preserving the teachings and wisdom of generations. Known for its impressive library, housing thousands of ancient texts, and its giant Maitreya Buddha statue, a symbol of loving kindness and compassion, Tashilhunpo continues to be a major center of learning and pilgrimage. The statue, with its serene expression, inspires all who visit with a sense of peace and compassion. Beyond the borders of Tibet, in regions like Ladakh, Nepal and Bhutan, stand numerous other monasteries, each bearing witness to the enduring legacy of Tibetan Buddhism. These monasteries, though geographically distant, share the same spiritual essence and continue to uphold the teachings of Tibetan Buddhism. From the ancient Hemis Monastery in Ladakh, perched high on a cliff overlooking the Indus River, to the Parataktsang, or Tiger's Nest Monastery in Bhutan, clinging precariously to a cliffside, these sacred structures serve as beacons of faith, inspiring generations with their timeless wisdom and serene beauty. Each monastery, with its unique location and history, adds to the rich tapestry of Tibetan Buddhism, creating a network of spiritual sanctuaries that span across borders and cultures.